Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the Hbar holders. Let's take a look at what's happening with the price of Hbar as we are going into Monday morning. Not only is it Monday morning, we are starting off a brand new month. And at this point, if you're looking across the board, we did see quite a sharp pullback for the broader market Sunday, specifically for Bitcoin, which of course has had an impact on the broader market. And again, as you guys know, we do a segment on the channel where every day we talk about the broader market. I gave you guys an update, so I would strongly encourage you guys to watch that if you did not end up watching it. But looking across the board, a lot of altcoins have seen quite a big retracement, as you can see for yourself over the last 24 hours. HBAR's price right now down 6.1% on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, all the gains that we were seeing over the last 1 week, literally this specific move has, pretty much gotten rid of a lot of coins that were up over the last 1 week. This specific move has caused all those altcoins to pretty much reset in a way. And what I pretty much mean is all the gains that you were seeing some of these coins making, they have been gone at this point due to this move, because this move is not a small move by any means. But again, if you did watch my market analysis update, you guys know what I personally think. I'm going to obviously highlight a little bit of that in this update as well. But before we do that, though, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So, the price of HBAR, 13.4 cents, down 1% only on the Bitcoin side of things. But on the USD side of things, we're down about 6.1%. Valuation, $5.7 billion dollars. And the 24-hour trading volume at about $182.8 million dollars. As far as the dominance is concerned, you can see for yourself, dominance actually starting to pull down, because just a few hours back, we were sitting at 59.51%. But dominance is starting to pull down. And again, this is a good sign for altcoins, because if the dominance continues to go up, especially when Bitcoin pulls back the way it has, you are going to see altcoins being impacted much more. And again, in Bitcoin comparative, if you're looking at HBAR, the reason why it's not down as much as in the USD perspective is due to the dominance also pulling down from 59.5% down to 59.2% just in a few hours back. If you're looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin has seen a major pullback. Yeah, and there was no specific news behind it. There's no specific news behind it. Clear manipulation, in my opinion. Remember, think from a market maker's perspective, as I've stated to you guys before as well. But as far as our targets are concerned, we ended up retesting the 0.50 fib zone. Didn't expect this big of a retracement, but we need to keep in mind, this is where the monthly candle close was going to happen for Bitcoin. And you could see, we saw a major retracement, but nonetheless, look where we're finding ourselves at: $86,000 price point. The $86,000, this line that I've drawn for you guys. And again, I've been talking to you guys about $86,000 for quite some time. That level actually ended up retesting for us. And you can see for yourself, we've seen a little bit of a bounce since then. As long as the price is able to remain above this key range, I think it is a good thing. But this itself is quite a big retracement. I know not a lot of people are happy about this, because again, Bitcoin saw a retracement of 6.5%. Quite a sharp pullback. But if you look at the longs now, the amount of longs that got liquidated, again, it kind of makes sense, where the manipulation aspect comes into play, as I'm stating in my opinion. But as of now, the $86,000 key support line has held. We'll see what happens as you do go further into the, week. But, quite a sharp pullback. And this is why you want to lock in profits when you see them. But again, if you look at it from the November 21st lows, we are still up quite a bit as of now. But this upward trend that we were forming pretty much since the reversal, that has been invalidated. But with that said, if you look at it from the bigger perspective, though, the bigger time scale, the price of Bitcoin is still in this upwards trajectory. So we'll see what happens. As far as HBAR price is concerned, HBAR, of course, is going to react to this move. Again, see for yourself, we were seeing HBAR also start to consolidate within this key range. We obviously discussed this. We were ranging around this level. We were literally sitting at almost 14.7 cents just a few hours back. And you can see for yourself, we saw a retracement of about 9% for HBAR. But if you look at Bitcoin, like I said, 6%. So you're seeing altcoins. And, it's not that altcoins are not holding up, good. It's definitely not that. Altcoins reacted in a negative way as well to this move, but you didn't see altcoins going down double compared to what you usually tend to see when we do see these flash pullbacks. And you're looking at, as far as HBAR price is concerned, we do obviously have some support around the 13.2 cents price point. As you could see for yourself, we're being supported by that key range, which was, again, a resistance at one point. Again, if you kind of go back to November 21st, lows, we are still up about 10% movement since then. But again, this is pretty much a replication of what Bitcoin has done. You can see for yourself, Bitcoin's going to go down the way it has. You are going to see altcoins reacting, and it's not an exception. And you can see for yourself, HBAR reacted that way as well. So we'll see what happens. Is the liquidation, out from now? Are we going to see the market turn things around as we are going into, the month of December? Obviously, quantitative tightening is ending. That's also one factor, we want to consider. A lot of people are excited about that. And on top of that, a potential rate cut. Again, probability of a rate cut is, quite high, sitting at about 90% almost. And, Donald Trump also hinted that Fed chair, a new one, has been selected as well. So with all this stuff happening still, yet you still saw quite a sharp pullback for Bitcoin. Again, this is why you want to keep in mind over the weekends we do tend to see more manipulation than usual, and that's also something we want to factor in. And also, risk strategy. We've been seeing a lot of volatility recently for the crypto space. Is this the final shakeout before we head towards the upside? We just don't want to see, in my opinion, the price of Bitcoin dropping below $86,000, as I've highlighted on my market analysis update as well. If we do see the price of a Bitcoin dropping below, the $86,000 price point, we want to see the daily close happening, above 86K. If it's unable to do that, then, we could actually be coming down to some of these key levels where we were just, a few weeks, a week and a half ago. So that's how I'm personally taking a look at the broader market. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys personally think. What are your overall thoughts on this? What are you guys doing right now with HBAR? As far as HBAR price is concerned, as I said, we are being supported around the 13.4 cents. It was a resistance at one point. But again, let me know in the comments what you guys personally think. Thank you so much for all your support. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX and P.